It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. The hurricane dominating the news cycle as one would expect it to. Otherwise, a cold front could spread rain and mountain snow into the Pacific Northwest and Northern California. This system will weaken as it moves inland, bringing in scattered areas of rain and snow to the Intermountain region. High pressure and the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere will promote well above average temperatures through the next few days from the Midwest to the Northeast. Afternoon high temperatures are forecast to be 15 to 30 degrees above average across the Midwest and portions of the Mid-Atlantic, and that'll be shifting into New England tomorrow. Closer to home, warm and dry conditions continue through next weekend as rain chances remain slim to none. Temperatures approach daily record highs later this week. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. Be advised that the 1000 block of South Florida between Larkspur and Azalea and the 1500 block of Cuba between 15th and 16th will be closed today due to road repair. The closures are scheduled between the hours of 6:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. Be sure to follow all detour and any other road signs. Steam Night takes place Thursday, October 10th from 5 until 7 at Tularosa Intermediate School. You're invited for a fun evening of learning as you're allowed to come try out science, technology, engineering, art, and math activities. A book fair will be open for browsing and purchasing during the event. You're invited to meet and greet with Congressman Gabe Vasquez on October 14th from 11 till 2 at the Mescalero Tribal Offices parking lot. There's going to be a voter registration drive as well as free hot dogs and burgers. The Medicare Enrollment SHIP counseling is coming to the Alamo Senior Center. SHIP stands for State Health Insurance Assistance Program. I spoke with Magdalena Morales.
October 17th, 11 to 2, here at the Senior Center in one of our or both classrooms. Get free, unbiased, expert information and assistance with your Medicare decisions, as well as help with enrollment from New Mexico Aging Services Department SHIP counselors.
You can contact the Alamo Senior Center if you have any questions. The Alamogordo Public Library presents the Mad Scientist Lab. Nice effect. I spoke with Amy Jones from the library.
This will be October 19th from 12 to 3. It's a come and go. You don't have to be here the whole 3 hours with your kids. They can definitely come in costume. What we do is we set up, we have 23 stations this year. They're all over the library, and they're all STEM stations, so science, technology, engineering, math, and art. And they will make some fake blood for a baby vampire. They'll build spider webs for spiders, all sorts of different, arts and math and science kind of things, lots of hands-on stuff, good for any age. And then at the end, they get a goodie bag, and that's what I'm doing right now, actually, is putting together 150 goodie bags with toys and candy and stuff that they can get at the end.
You can wear a costume if you like. The event is free. Check out the library website or Facebook page for more details. Zubu 2024 is happening on Saturday, October 26th from 9 until noon at the Alameda Park Zoo. Candy trail and costume contest. Best of all, the event is free. The Tularosa Arts and History Council are proud to present the Halloween on Granado Street event happening Saturday, October 26th from 5 until 8. Trunk or Treat Alley, live music, games, pet parade, and a whole lot more. Try tularosa.org or 505-350-4531 for details. Kids Can is an organization that works with kids from age 6 all the way to seniors in high school and teaches about entrepreneurship. They have a presence in Mescalero, but they're coming to Alamogordo for a day with the Lead Lab. I spoke with Irma Valdez.
The same material, it's just compressed down into one day. That would be that Saturday. We teach them. We make almost like a business plan from the start to the finish, and that's what this Lead Lab is.
That's at the Alamogordo Public Library, Saturday, October 26th from 1 until 4. Check out the library website, or you can look up Kids Can on Facebook for more details. Christ Community Church presents Hallelujah Night. I spoke with Patty.
We're going to have lots of trunk or treats. We're going to have games this year. We've added games for the kids, like a little pony race. There's a Ring the Scarecrow, different things like that. Then we'll have hot dogs and chips, and then bouncy houses. We're going to have prayer warriors all over, walking the campus, and we'll have a prayer tent where you can actually stop and get prayer for yourself. So love to have you come out and join us. It's on October 27th, 6 to 8, right here in our Christ Community Church parking lot.
The event is free. The Christ Community Church Alamogordo Facebook page has more details. We're nearing that time of year when we have to think about those less fortunate and why organizations like Santa in the Basin exists to ensure that kids have something to open on Christmas, regardless of how their parents may be struggling.
I grew up there in Tularosa. We didn't have a whole lot, and the highlight of our Christmas was going to the fire station to see Santa and get a bag with the apple, orange, nuts, and candy. So I know the struggle. I know it's real, and I know that nowadays the kids don't take it so well as, not being able to have Christmas.
Mary Barunda speaking with Crazy Radio.
And I want everybody to know that this is not just for Tularosa, okay? It's for the Basin area, for Otero County. If you guys have a need, if you need help for Christmas, please come see us because we're going to help you.
The event date and time will be shared soon. See the Santa in the Basin Facebook page for details. In the meantime, she needs donations to get things started for the fourth year. Call 520-508-2196 for info. News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Ian Fletcher, the former sheriff in Catron County, accused of embezzlement, money laundering, and tax evasion, has avoided jail time after he pled no contest to 14 counts after investigators said he funneled tens of thousands of dollars intended for wildfire recovery into his personal account. Fletcher was sentenced to 5 years of supervised probation and must pay nearly $40,000 in restitution. Colorado County Clerk Tina Peters was sentenced last week for allowing a man affiliated with MyPillow chief executive Mike Lindell to misuse a security card to access the Mesa County election system and for being deceptive about that person's identity.
Your lies are well documented, and these convictions are serious. I'm convinced you would do it all over again if you could.
District Judge Matthew Barrett.
There are many things in my mind that are crystal clear about this case. You are no hero, you abused your position, and you're a charlatan who used and is still using your prior position in office to peddle a snake oil that's been proven to be junk time and time again.
Voter integrity is a common concern shared by many, and county clerks all over the nation have been questioned about the integrity of our elections. I spoke with Otero County Clerk Robin Holmes, who has heard these types of concerns over the last few years from citizens.
There's certain laws, there are federal laws, there's state laws, and there's practices that we are required to do as the county clerk. And I can assure you all of those laws are being followed. We do, when we certify the machines for the election, we do put that information on our webpage. Anybody that requests it, we send it to them. Anybody is allowed to come and watch the way that these machines are certified. And they are certified in such a way that we know that whatever is on the ballot, that is what the scanner is reading.
If you have any questions, contact the county clerk. You can hear our conversation in full on the KALH Radio YouTube channel. As Republicans and Democrats both prepare to cast their votes, Libertarian presidential candidate Chase Oliver wants everyone to remember that there are alternatives to voting for the lesser of two evils.
It's sad that both of the, quote, major party candidates, end quote, trying to fight for an economy that is controlled by Washington, D.C., whether it's through protectionist trade policies like tariffs and things of that nature, or whether it's trying to induce price controls or which will create shortages in the marketplace. It's sad that both Donald Trump and Kamala Harris have fallen away from what has really made our country great, what really made America great, which is our free market system, the idea of meritocracy, and the idea that if you are able to apply yourself, you can always climb up the ladder for the most part. So these are things that were central to the American dream a generation ago, but it seems that in the age of Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and now Kamala Harris, those ideals are getting further and further away.
Oliver went on to say that you should not vote for who you think will win, or against the one you dislike per se, but instead vote for whomever you feel is best equipped for the job. You can hear our conversation in full on the Crazy Radio YouTube channel. A new KOB4 Survey USA poll shows that incumbent Democratic U.S. Representative Gabe Vasquez has a solid lead over Republican challenger Yvette Harrell. I spoke with Yvette yesterday.
I would just say let's keep praying for our country. We've got to get out the vote. I mean, there's a lot riding on these races up and down the ballot. Great candidates running, and we just need to make sure that we're doing everything we're supposed to do to change the way things are going, because I believe this is probably one of the most consequential election cycles in our history.
Vasquez leads Harrell 51-42. 8% are undecided. The Radiation Exposure Compensation Act, also known as RECA, was allowed to lapse this past June, which puts those who suffer from radiation exposure illnesses in the Land of Enchantment and elsewhere in the U.S. at risk, since that support has been cut off. I spoke with Tina Cordova of the Tularosa Downwinders Consortium, and I asked her how radiation affects people's health.
There's 3 methods of being exposed to radiation: inhalation, ingestion, and absorption through your skin. The people of New Mexico would have been exposed to all 3 of those methods in 1945 and in the years afterwards, because as the ash fell from the sky, we would have been inhaling it, we would have been absorbing it through our skin, and we would have been ingesting it through our water supply and our food sources. And that would have gone on for a number of years because of the windstorms that we receive here and the resuspension of particulate matter. So it's cancers associated with those systems, basically. Inhalation, so it's your lungs, it can be your throat, it can be any of the thing, your sinuses, anything associated with inhalation. Absorption through your skin, so blood cancers, skin cancers, those kinds of cancers. And then ingestion, anything to do with your gastrointestinal tract.
In many cases, the cancers seem to become hereditarily passed from one generation to the next. So in many states, like New Mexico, are still dealing with the fallout. You can check out our conversation in full on the Crazy Radio YouTube channel. A hot air balloon came into contact with power lines, causing a mass power outage yesterday morning in Albuquerque during the 2024 Balloon Fiesta. After coming into contact with that power line, the balloon continued to fly. No injuries were reported, but nearly 13,000 were without power for about an hour while crews worked to fix that power line. Former state senator for Donna Ana, Luna, and Sierra counties, John Arthur Smith, who championed bipartisan collaboration, has passed away. Smith served as a Democratic legislator for District 35 from 1989 until 2020. John Arthur Smith was 82. Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this: without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 47 matches for New Mexico volleyball today, including Hondo at the Institute, Redoso at Artesia, Tularosa at Socorro. Ow! Go, Lady Cats. And Alamogordo heads to Centennial. Go, Lady Tigers. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, winds gusting up to 13 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight, sunny tomorrow, winds gusting up to 12. Your high today in the basin, 85, low tonight of 59, high tomorrow, 86 degrees. In Cloudcroft, mostly sunny skies today, winds gusting as high as 11 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, winds gusting up to 12. Sunny tomorrow, winds gusting up to 11. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 66, low tonight of 44, high tomorrow of 65 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and you can learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel, because that's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.